With these cheeky cherries from Shopkins, we're going to first start by drawing the cherry that's on the left side. So right here I'm going to be drawing the top of the cherry, and there's a little dip that and then comes up and on the other side as well. It's just kind of like drawing an apple. So right here I'm going to start and go curve it up, come all the way down with a curve. And so same thing on the other side. I'm going to go up and come down about right there. And then the reason I'm stopping right here is because I know there's a hand right here where they're high-fiving each other. So if you're using a pencil, just go all the way down. So about right here I'm going to start drawing the hand. It's kind of like a jelly bean shape. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to draw this hand that comes around and comes back down. And so I'm just finish off this curve, and I'm going to continue imagining this line going down all the way and finishing off the bottom of my cherry. So I'm going to come back and thicken that line. And so for the cherry, the foot, we're just going to bring this line a little bit lower so it's nice and even with this one. And towards the center right here, I'm going to draw a curve. Comes out for the first foot and then another curve, and I'm going to finish off this line. And right here I'm going to curve it down, flatten it out for the bottom of the foot, and bring it back in with a curve. So on this side I'm going to come down and connect it. So let's finish off this cherry right here. And so for the other hand, so this cherry's kind of slanted this way, so the other hand will be slanted down and it'll be about right here. It's a nice little cute hand like that. And so from here, the mouth will be about right here. So let's draw the mouth first so we have a nice little anchor point. So right here I'm going to draw a curve that comes up and bottom with a nice big curve to connect it, and I'm just going to draw a curve inside. And so from here I know the eyes are going to be on both sides, so I'm going to draw a big circle, and so the other side is going to slant down a little bit, so about right here on top of the eye, on top of the mouth, I'm going to draw another circle. And so with this cheeky cherry, it's kind of looking this way, so I'm going to try to put my highlights as close to this edge as possible, and I'm going to draw my curve a little bit slanted that way, and so I'm going to shade in the top. So if you've been following me, I've already drawn Apple Blossom and Strawberry Kiss, and so this will be my last Fruit Shopkins for now. My Draw and Color Fruit Shopkins series. So I hope you've enjoyed what I've drawn so far for you. So here, I'm going to come over here. Once again, I'm going to put the highlights as close as possible to the edge, and once again my curve is going to slant upwards and shade in the top. So I've really enjoyed drawing them for you and coloring them. The colors are so pretty, the greens and the reds and the pinks. And so right here I'm going to give them a lash and two more down here. So just lines at an angle and you just thicken them. So two more on this side and one up here. And so come up a little bit, we're just going to draw a little curve like that. Aww! And so now the other cherry. So for about right here, this other cherry nose is going to be about right here lower, and so I'm going to come about right here and I'm going to draw a curve that also dips down and then comes up. And so I'm going to come around. And I know about right here is where I'm going to have to end, so I'm going to come around and stop. And so let's finish this side. So imagine this line going around under here for the other side of the cherry. And so let's draw the feet since we're here. So towards the center, about right here, I'm going to once again draw a curve. And another curve for the other side. And so center, I'm going to bring this in, flatten it out at the bottom, and bring it in. So same thing here, curve, and bring it in. For the cute little feet. And for this hand, since you're giving each other high five, so the other hand would be about right here, same spot. And I'm going to curve it down. And another one right there for the curve. So they're giving each other a high five. And here, I'm just going to draw a little hand for the other side. So for this cherry, one eye is open and one eye is winking. So right here I'm going to draw a big eye, so a circle right here. And I'm going to put the highlight on this side this time, because it's looking that way. And so I'm going to draw a curve, bottom, and shade it on top. So that way it looks like he's looking the other way. I hope. And lines at the bottom. And so lashes once again, and 2 down here. And so right here at an angle down, I'm going to draw the other eye that's winking, so it's just a curve. Let me try to make this a little bit rounder. And right here I'm going to draw 2 lashes. And I'm going to thicken it. And a cute little mouth. So right here I'm just going to draw a curve. So notice everything's at this angle. And a curve. So cute. And just to make it easy, just a little curve inside. And so on the top right here, 2 curves. And let me thicken this up just a tiny little bit more. Make the lashes longer. Like that. And so now let's finally go up to the stem. And so it's connected. So about right here, I know I'm going to draw a stem that comes down. So I'm going to aim for about here. And I'm going to come towards the center. And same thing right here. I'm just going to follow my line. And from here, I'm going to come all the way down to this center cherry. And same thing here, follow my line for the center. And so we're going to go up with a stem right here. So I'm going to go up and give it a little bump and go up. So same thing, go up, give it a little bump, up, and connect it with a curve. And then in here, draw a little curve just to give this stem some dimension. And finally, a leaf. So right here, I'm going to draw a curve that comes down for a big, nice leaf, and then bring it back up. And so right here, I'm just going to draw the center and maybe some veins like that. So I think that's pretty much it for my cheeky cherry. So now it's time to color. So with these cheeky cherries, I'm once again using these Pipsqueaks from Crayola. And so they're just a regular water-based marker, nothing fancy. So anything you have at home will totally work. And I'm just gonna come in here with this leaf green, and I'm gonna outline the stem. Kind of like exactly what I did with the Strawberry Kiss Shopkins that I just posted up. So hopefully you guys have seen my Apple Blossom and my Strawberry Kiss. And finally, the cherry. And these are all fruits I have in my garden. So that's why I was really inspired to draw them. And it helps when they're so cute too, right? So I'm just going in and I'm outlining it. And I'm gonna leave this right here because I'm gonna come back and use it again. So once again, this is the baby lime. And I'm gonna come in here and fill it in. And this way I just give myself two beautiful green shades that are kind of mixed together. And it just adds a nice extra element to your coloring. So come back in here with your leaf green again and just go back in and outline it. And so towards right here you can make it darker, towards the bottom, right here towards the top where you know it will be darker. And so now we can go in and color the cherry. So with this cherry, I'm using a color called Raspberry Squirt. And it's kind of like a pinkish red, pinkish purplish red. And so I'm gonna come in here and basically just outline the cherry, because it is a pretty big space that I'm coloring. So this way it's nice and safe. So both of them, I'm going to come in here and just outline and start to color it in. So there, finally, right? That took forever again. So what I forgot to mention to you is, I forgot to do actually, was another way that you can also color by leaving a little white area right here, kind of like where I did with the hands and the top of this cherry and the foot. It just pops out the drawing, makes it look a little bit more, gives it more dimension. So that's something you can do too while you're coloring. You don't have to, but like I forgot to do it on this side. But I just wanted to show you something you could also do by giving it some highlights. And so now that I've done that, I'm gonna come in here with the same color. And I'm just gonna darken the areas where I know there's gonna be some shadows. So I'm gonna come in here. And I'm going to, so about right here, be nice and bright. So I'm gonna give myself some highlights right there and blend it out. And so about right here, it's gonna be a little bit darker for the edges. So the bottom of the cherry. And so for the foot right here, towards the bottom is going to be darker. And the hand. And I'm just going to come under the eyebrows right here. And so for this side, this part down here is going to be darker. Under right here. So right here I'm giving myself an edge, make this part darker. Make this part lighter. So I'm just going to come in here and color it. And so this way it pops it out better. So you notice the difference. This one looks a little bit flatter, whereas by leaving these highlights on this side, it pops it out. So it's just an option you can do if you like. And so I'm gonna come in here with the same, might as well just color this part in with the mouth. And then come in and make it darker. And so I'm going to come back in with this, I think this is called Parrot Pink. And I'm gonna try to blend in. It's the same, basically the same color, but it's just a tiny bit lighter. And so by doing this, I don't need to be too afraid. I can come in here and blend out my streaks. But I'm not adding too much more color to it. So it just makes it nice and blended. There. And so for the eyes of this cherry, I'm going to go in with the Jelly Bean Blue that I used for the flowers on the apple blossom. And once again, I'm going to color in the eye again, just to make the black darker. So I'm just going to come in here. And so come in over the black. This one. And nice, gives us a nice color. And so for the tongue right here, I'm going to give it a nice little pink. And for the inside of the mouth, I'm going to make it darker. So I'll go ahead and use kind of like a purple, just any kind of color though, just try to make this inside part darker. For the mouth. And, oh, I forgot one last little thing. You can see it. I'm just going to go under the eyebrows right here and make it darker. Under the foot and the hand. So there, my cheeky cherries from Shopkins. I hope you like how I drew and colored them. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to get updates on more Drastic Cute videos.